Hello and welcome to a brand new edition of the Thinking Out Loud radio show. And I'm your host, author, motivational speaker, and minister, Michael Nimmons. And you're tuned in to the show is giving voice to issues that matter to you. I want to welcome you to the 4th of July edition of the Thinking Out Loud radio show. We're calling it Where Do We Go From Here? Where do we go from here? A lot to talk about, a lot to unpack related to the recent Supreme Court decisions to overturn affirmative action, essentially overturning 100 years of legal precedent in this country back on June the 29th. And then on the 30th, following up with blocking student loan forgiveness created by the Biden administration, the student loan forgiveness program. They blocked that legislation. And so a lot to talk about in this episode. Of course, we're disappointed with the Supreme Court's decision to do so. And it's a 6-3 split down party lines. And we all know why that is so. And we're going to talk about that, talk about what that is all about. But before we jump into that, again, we are back with a brand new episode, and we want to wish everyone a happy 4th of July. Hope you all are having a great time with your families, with your friends, enjoying one another's company, barbecuing, grilling, and hopefully just getting having some fun in the sun. Nothing like it. I tell you, nothing like it. But we just want to take this time to wish everyone a happy 4th of July. Again, we're back with a brand new episode. Hope you like our new backgrounds. We are trying to do a little something here to spruce up the place a bit, make it feel a little bit like a radio program. And so we are back. And those of you who are listening to the podcast, wherever you are on the web, we hope you hit the subscribe button there. That way you won't miss an episode of the Thinking Out Loud radio show. And of course, if you're watching us on our YouTube Thinking Out Loud TV channel, do us a favor, guys, and hit that subscribe button as well as the like button and that bell notification. That way, every time a new video drops, you'll be the first one that is notified. So, guys, we're excited about this new episode of the Thinking Out Loud radio show. Mixed emotions, of course, because we are talking about something that is highly controversial right here on the heels of the 4th of July holiday, coming up with some crippling news to share about the Supreme Court's decision to overturn affirmative action in this country, affecting millions of college students and potential college students. This show is really dedicated to all of you, people of color, minorities, Black and brown people that are aspiring to go to college. I'm talking to not just students, but even to parents as well, because this legislation, the overturning of this legislation, will affect the way colleges and universities admit students for the future. And a lot to talk about, again, a lot to address. But before we even jump into that again, do us a favor, guys. Follow us on all of our social media at TOL Radio Host MSN, or on our YouTube channel, again, at youtube.com/Thinking Out Loud TV. Join our Facebook fan club at facebook.com/Thinking Out Loud HQ. Our social media is doing pretty well. We, of course, are always engaging our listeners, wanting to know what they're thinking about, what they are want us to talk about, want us to share on our podcast. So feel free, again, to follow us on all of our social media, our TikToks, our Instagram Reels, Stories, Facebook, and the like, our Twitter accounts. Again, TOL Radio Host MSN, or the TOL Radio Show. You're more than welcome to follow us, and we'd be more than happy to engage you. Or just send us an email at contact@michaelnimmons.com, michaelnimmons.com. We'd be happy to hear from you. In addition to us talking about the Supreme Court in this week's edition. We have a powerful address, an excerpt of a speech we're going to be sharing with you from Dr. Michael Eric Dyson, that a commencement address he delivered a few months ago at Morehouse College, that really speaks to the gravity of the moment that we're in as a country. I want to share that with you. He is definitely someone that we admire, a scholar that we look up to as well, and had an opportunity to interview his lovely wife, Reverend Marcia L. Dyson, on the podcast. He also did a drop for us as well, and we're looking forward to having the opportunity to interview him on the Thinking Out Loud radio show very soon as well. So we want to share that excerpt to basically put emphasis on the gravity of the moment that we're in. He talks a lot about what's happening in our world today, a very prophetic message that he delivered a few months ago during Black History Month, the commencement ceremony at Morehouse College. So look forward to sharing that with you at the end of this week's show. And as I said, we're talking about the impact, the fallout of this Supreme Court decision. We're going to be talking about the politics of it as well, the political composition of the Supreme Court. And then we're going to end talking about where do we go from here, because there's definitely some solutions, some options that are available to us. And we've talked about it in previous shows. We're going to emphasize it again in this week's edition of the Thinking Out Loud radio show. So guys, I hope you're excited that you have tuned in. We're excited that you've tuned in as well. And we're looking forward to having a great time in this week's 4th of July edition, the Where Do We Go edition of the Thinking Out Loud radio show. Guys, we're getting ready to take a break. When we come back, we're jumping right into the impact and fallout of this Supreme Court decision dealing with what just happened a couple of days ago in America. Looking forward to talking to you guys on the other side of the break. It's a Thinking Out Loud radio show. We'll be right back.